Let's have another nice hand for our 1990 Miss Guam World Beauty contestants. There is a very special table of ladies and gentlemen at the very front of the auditorium. They have the most difficult task of selecting our Miss Guam World. And they have been, in turn, selected and coached and trained and worked with by the Judges Committee. And I would like to invite the chairperson and committee to our stage now to introduce tonight's pageant judges. Here's Cheetah Blaze and Luchi Jones.
Good evening, ladies. Honor to present to you our panel of judges for tonight. We have two sets of judges. The first the panel of judges that is going to be introduced by Ms. Luchi Jones are the judges for the native costume category.
Our first native costume judge is a beauty queen herself. She was the last Miss Teenage Guam Beauty Queen in 1980 to 1981. She attended the University of Guam and Arizona University. She is presently the Sales Division Manager of Ambrose Incorporated. Let us welcome Ms. Norma Jean Guerrero. Our next native costume judge is currently the Employment Director of the Consolidated Civilian Personnel Office of the U.S. Naval Station Guam. She has been recognized for her efforts in the Navy's special programs for the employment of handicapped and disabled veterans. Let us welcome Mrs. Mary Santos Connolly. A woman of many accomplishments, a prominent educator, former senator and vice speaker of the Guam legislature, this lady has contributed tremendously towards the restoration and maintenance of the Chamorro language and culture. Let us welcome Dr. Catherine B. Ogden. Our next native costume judge is also a mother of 5. She is currently a vocational education instructor at the Brody Memorial School. She is the wife of the late Sabino C. Flores. Let us welcome Mrs. Delfina Flores. Another native costume judge has a bachelor's and master's degree in education. She is the assistant principal at John F. Kennedy High School. She is articulate and an advocate of Chamorro self-determination and considers this her life's work. Let us welcome Mrs. Hope A. Cristobal. Our last but not least native costume judge is also a mother of 5. She is the vice president and co-founder of St. Francis Youth Development Incorporated. She was noted the Outstanding Young Woman of America in 1986 and was the first territorial recipient of the National Commissioner's Awards for the prevention of child abuse and neglect. Let us welcome Mrs. Zita P. Sanchez. I now turn over the microphone to our chairwoman for the Judges Committee, Mrs. Cheetah Blaze, to introduce the other panel of judges. Thank you, and Sijus Masi.
Thank you, Luchi. The first member of our International Forum of Judges was born in Taipei, Taiwan. He received all his high school education in Guam. He obtained a business management degree from the University of Southern California. A well-known Guam businessman and an active board member of the United Chinese Association, I have the honor to present to you Mr. Fong S. Wu. This lady judge is the National Director of the Northern Marianas Beauty Pageant Association. She is a resident of Saipan and is the president of a consulting firm called Commonwealth Consulting Services. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Jirina Blas. Next, we have a gentleman who has served both the public and the private sectors. He was General Manager of the Guam Power Authority and other various positions in the government of Guam. At present, he is the Vice President for Corporate Relations and Administration of IT&E. I am referring to none other than Thomas C. Ada. Guam is fortunate in counting among its residents people of a fascinating variety of cultural, linguistic, and professional backgrounds. The next judge, in addition to speaking her native Filipino and English, is fluent in French. She studied in Switzerland after graduating from De La Salle University with a degree in economics. She is married to the Philippine consul Benito Valeriano. Let us welcome Jacqueline Rojas Ledesma Valeriano. The next judge is someone who liked living in Guam so much that he and his family chose to return in 1988 after 4 years on the mainland. The recipient of a Bachelor of Arts degree from California State University at Northridge and a Master's of International Management from the American Graduate School of International Management. The Regional Vice President of the Family Health Plan, Mr. Edward English. Representing yet another Asian country, Miss Yong Hee Ji is owner of the Mighty Garden Hotel and of the JJ Pacific Development Corporation. Miss Ji and her husband are active members of our community. She has a bachelor's degree from Yangnam University. Let us welcome Miss Yong Hee Ji. With tourism being Guam's major industry, it is not surprising that Guam's hotels are well represented on the panel of judges tonight. Someone who should have no trouble totaling the scores on his tally sheet is Mr. Ben Ferguson III, the Comptroller of the Pacific Islands Club. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ben Ferguson. The Guam Beauty World takes pride in presenting to you this Miss Guam World title holder. This former beauty queen has been promoting Guam on island and overseas while with the Guam Visitors Bureau. She is currently working as a flight attendant with Continental Air Micronesia. May I present the 1986 Miss Guam World, Valerie Flores. Our next judge, with whom you are familiar, is the Speaker of the 20th Guam Legislature and a 7th-term Guam Senator. A husband, father of 4, and grandfather of 6, Speaker Joe San Agustin has an impressive record of public and community service. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Speaker Joe Taitano San Agustin. It runs in the family. Being the daughter of Superior Court Judge, Senator Marilyn Manibusan consented to serve as a beauty pageant judge. One of the first women elected to the Guam legislature, she is now on her 4th term. She has held a number of legislative and political positions on boards and committees. Let's welcome Senator Marilyn Manibusan. The Navy was supposed to be represented by Admiral-Select James Perkins, but pressing commitment prevented his attendance tonight. However, the Navy is ably represented by Captain Dick Wittenbach. Captain Wittenbach is the Chief of Staff of the U.S. Naval Forces Marianas. Please welcome Captain Wittenbach. Our international panel of judges includes one member who was born in Lima, Peru, and educated in Europe, married to a chief executive officer of a large commercial fishing fleet based in Guam since 1982. Miss Yolanda Swanich is an executive herself, working as the marketing representative for the Tuna Fishing Company. I present to you Miss Yolanda Swanich. Bachelor judge is not new to the world of beauty. He has previously done choreography work for the Miss Guam World in 1981. He is well known in the entertainment world as both innovative and creative. He is the owner-president of Lights Incorporated. Some of his recent successful promotions include the female rock group called Expose and the Wrestlers of the Universe. May I present, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Louis Montinola. The Guam Hilton International has for many years been a strong supporter of the Miss Guam World pageant. The representative of the Guam Hilton has 24 years of experience in the hospitality industry, having worked in Europe, North America, the Caribbean, and South America before coming to Guam in 1988. He is currently president of the Guam Symphony Society. Ladies and gentlemen, the executive assistant manager of the Guam Hilton, Mr. Helmut Scholz. Mr. George Argota is an active person in our community. He is a past president and secretary of the Asia Pacific Lions Club. Mr. Argota is the director, general manager of Micropac Incorporated. Let us welcome Mr. George Argota. Our last judge is a sales representative for Continental Airlines since 1983. Mr. Terry DeBold has been in Guam since 1981. He is a sports enthusiast, specifically wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Terry DeBold. There you are, ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished panel of judges for tonight's pageant. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chita and Lucci. And thank you to all of you judges for donating your time and efforts this evening.
You're watching KGTF TV, Channel 12 in Agana, Guam.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the second area of judging this evening. This is the 1990 Miss Guam World Beauty Pageant Swimsuit Competition. Party. Please welcome contestant number 1, Roselle Angeles Delisai. Our first contestant is 20 years old. She stands 5 feet tall, weighs 97 pounds, has dark brown hair and dark brown eyes. And contestant number 1's measurements are 34, 24, 32 and a half. Contestant number 1, ladies and gentlemen, Roselle Delisai.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining our beach party is contestant number 2, Miss Maria Olimar Galarpe Duplito. She is 17 years old, has dark brown eyes, dark brown hair. Her height is 5 feet 3 inches. She weighs 106 pounds. Her measurements are 34, 24, 32 and 1/2. Ladies and gentlemen, let us applaud contestant number 2, Miss Maria Olimar Galarpe Duplito.
And here is contestant number 3, Marisa Elizabeth Titano. Marisa is 17 years old, stands 5 feet and 1/2 inch tall, and she weighs 98 pounds. Dark brown hair, dark brown eyes, and the tail of the tape for Marisa, 32, 25, 31. Contestant number 3, ladies and gentlemen, Marisa Titano.
Contestant number 4, Miss Yvonne Tahaji Tobis. She is 18 years old, has dark brown eyes, dark brown hair. Her height 5 feet 3 inches. She weighs 107 pounds. Her measurements are 32, 26, 33 and 1/2. Let us welcome contestant number 4 in the swimsuit competition, Miss Yvonne Tahaji Tobis.
And here is contestant number 5 to join our beach party, Maria Elena Rosario Concepcion. Our 5th contestant, this young lady is 19 years old and stands 5 feet 3 inches tall. She weighs 125 pounds. Maria has dark brown hair, black hair rather, and dark brown eyes, and her measurements are 36, 26, 35. Contestant number 5, Maria Concepcion.
Contestant number 6, Miss Lisa Marie Geibel. She is 17 years old. Her height is 5 feet 3 inches. She weighs 107 pounds. She has light brown eyes, light brown hair. Her measurements are 34, 26, 34. Let us welcome contestant number 6, Miss Lisa Marie Geibel.
And here is contestant number 7 tonight, judges and ladies and gentlemen, Lorraine Leon Guerrero Nangauta. Lorraine is 24 years old and stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. She weighs 103 pounds, has dark brown eyes and light brown hair, and her measurements are 32, 25, 33. Contestant number 7, Lorraine Nangauta.
Contestant number 8, Miss Piola Ann Ariola. She is 17 years old. Her height 5 feet 4 inches. She weighs 92 pounds. She has light brown eyes, light brown hair. Measurements 32, 23, 31. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 8, Miss Piola Ann Ariola.
Here is contestant Contestant number 9, ladies and gentlemen, Rhonda Lynn Gonzalez. Rhonda is 18 years old, 5 feet 4 inches tall, and weighs 112 pounds. She has hazel eyes and light brown hair, and her measurements are 34, 27, 34. Contestant number 9, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause for Rhonda Gonzalez.
Contestant number 10, Miss Chi Ching Ye. She is 19 years old. She is 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighs 125 pounds. She has dark brown eyes, dark brown hair. Her measurements are 34, 26 and a half, 34. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 10 in the swimsuit competition, Miss Chi Ching Ye.
Contestant number 11, Jennifer Regis Valencia. Jennifer is 18 years old, 5 feet 4 inches tall, and weighs 116 pounds. She has light brown eyes and dark brown hair, and her measurements are 32, 26 and a half, 33. Contestant number 11, Jennifer Valencia.
Contestant number 12, Miss Anna Sue Thompson. Miss Thompson is 17 years old. She is 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighs 110 pounds. She has hazel eyes and dark brown hair. Her measurements are 34, 25, 34. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 12, Miss Anna Sue Thompson.
Our beach party continues with contestant number 13, Sherilyn Ruiz Talyada. This young beauty is 17 years old, stands 5 feet 5 and a half inches tall, and weighs 114 pounds. Sherilyn has dark brown eyes and jet black hair, and the tail of the tape for her is 33, 25, 35. Contestant number 13, Sherilyn Talyada.
Contestant number 14, Miss Christine Carol Corpus Oliver. She is 17 years old. Her height 5 feet 5 inches tall. She weighs 126 pounds. She has dark brown hair and dark brown eyes. Her measurements are 36, 27, 35 and a half. Let us welcome contestant number 14, Miss Christine Carol Corpus Oliver.
And now here is contestant number 15, Sarah Jane Valencia Ovalis. Sarah Jane is 18 years old and stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. She weighs 120 pounds, has dark brown hair and dark brown eyes. And her measurements are 34 and a half, 25 and a half, 34. Let's have a nice round of applause for contestant number 15, Sarah Ovalis.
Contestant number 16, Darlene Teichno Bloss. Miss Bloss is 20 years old. Her height 5 feet 6 inches tall. She weighs 115 pounds. She has dark brown eyes and auburn hair. Her measurements are 32, 25, 33. Contestant number 16, Miss Darlene Teichno Bloss.
And we have two more contestants to introduce to you, judges. And ladies and gentlemen, here is contestant number 17, Christine Antolin Salas. Contestant number 17 is 17 years old, that is. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighs 127 pounds with light brown eyes and light brown hair. Christine's measurements are 34 and a half, 27 and a half, 35. Contestant number 17, let's hear it for Christine Salas.
Contestant number 18, Mary Jeanette Damian Esteban. She is 22 years old. Her height 5 feet 7 inches. Her weight 123 pounds. She has dark brown eyes and dark brown hair. Her measurements are 32, 25, 34. Ladies and gentlemen, joining our beach party this evening, contestant number 18, Miss Mary Jeanette Damian Esteban.
And they can all hear you backstage as they're changing clothes. Let's have another nice round of applause for all of our contestants in their swimsuit competition. Ladies and gentlemen, the swimsuit competition is the second area of judging this evening. The escorts' windsurfing props and fashion outfits were courtesy of the Pacific Island Club's Boutique. And now, without any further ado, we move right along in our competition to the third area of judging, continuing our search for the 1990 Miss Guam World. This time, we present the contestants to you, judges, and to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, in their evening gowns. And once again, beginning with contestant number 1, here again is Roselle Angeles Delisai. Roselle Delisai is a third-year student of civil engineering at the University of Hawaii. Her hobbies include playing the piano, dancing, listening to music, baking, and swimming. Her goals are to travel extensively around the world. She'd like to establish her own engineering firm. And she would also like to have a family and live a happy, healthy, and prosperous life. "20-year-old contestant number 1, Roselle Angeles Delisai," ladies and gentlemen.
Contestant number 2, Miss Maria Olimar Galarpe Duplito. Maria is 17 years old. She is a 1990 graduate of John F. Kennedy and will be attending the University of Guam this fall. Her hobbies include singing, dancing, playing outdoor sports. She loves to meet people and tries to stay active in social events as an entertainer. Her goals include majoring in business and later pursuing something in the area of tourism. Let us welcome contestant number 2, Maria Olimar Galarpe Duplito.
Here is contestant number 3 in her evening gown, Marissa Elizabeth Titano. Marissa is in her third year in Marketing Distributive Education at the Guam Community College, GCC. Her hobbies include listening to music, playing the piano, attending parties, and being with her friends. Marissa's goals include going to college and graduating with a bachelor's degree in fashion merchandising and an associate degree in business administration. And she hopes someday to own a fashion industry or her own line of fashions. Contestant number 3, Marissa Elizabeth Titano.
Contestant number 4, Miss Yvonne Tahaji Tobis. Miss Toves is a 1990 graduate of Seoul American High School. Her hobbies include listening to music, playing sports, and she enjoys spending time with the people close to her. She hopes to further her education in Washington State, majoring in business, and wishes also to be a successful accountant. Let us welcome in her evening gown contestant number 4, Miss Yvonne Tahaji Toves.
Here is contestant number 5 as the evening gown competition continues, Maria Elena Rosario Concepcion. Maria is a 1989 graduate of the Academy of Our Lady of Guam. She will be attending the University of Guam in the fall and plans on majoring in business management with a minor in business law. Her hobbies include reading, creative writing, coordinating fashionable clothes. And her goals, well, she plans to own a clothing retail store and hopefully to have a line of fashions. Contestant number 5, Maria Elena Rosario Concepcion.
Contestant number 6, Miss Liza Marie Geibel. She is a junior at John F. Kennedy High School. Her hobbies include modeling and spending time with her close friends. Her goals are to get into cosmetology. Let us welcome, in her evening gown attire this evening, contestant number 6, Miss Lisa Marie Geibel.
Now here is contestant number 7, Lorraine Leon Guerrero Nangauta. Our 7th contestant is a 1989 graduate of Edmonds College in Washington, where she received a degree in travel management. Her hobbies include swimming, dancing, and reading. And Lorraine's goal is to manage her own travel agency and be successful in her business. Contestant number 7, ladies and gentlemen, Lorraine Leon Guerrero Nangauta.
Contestant number 8, Miss Piola Ann Ariola. Miss Ariola is presently a senior at the Guam Community College. She enjoys swimming, dancing, reading, and skating. She wishes someday to become a family lawyer, but presently is studying engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome contestant number 8, Miss Piola Ann Ariola.
And judges, ladies and gentlemen, we're halfway through the evening gown competition now with contestant number 9, Rhonda Lynn Gonzalez. Rhonda is a 1990 graduate of John F. Kennedy High School. Her hobbies include water sports, exercising, and modeling. Rhonda plans to major in journalism, and she says she'd like to become a broadcast journalist. Contestant number 9, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause for Rhonda Lynn Gonzalez.
Contestant number 10, Miss Shiv Ching Ye. She is presently a freshman at the University of Guam on a merit award. Her hobbies include socializing, traveling, exercising, reading, writing, learning different languages, and serving the community. Her goals are to become a successful business lady and a model. Let us warmly welcome contestant number 10, Miss Shiv Ching Ye.
Here is contestant number 11 now, judges. And ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice welcome for Jennifer Regis Valencia. Jennifer is a 1990 graduate of John F. Kennedy High School. She will be attending the University of Guam in the fall semester, where she plans to major in law. Her hobbies include singing, dancing, aerobics, and playing basketball. And her goal, well, she'd like to become one of the next prosecuting attorneys on Guam. Contestant number 11, ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer Regis Valencia.
On stage next is contestant number 12, Miss Anna Sue Thompson. Miss Thompson is presently a senior at John F. Kennedy High School. Her hobbies include listening to music, water sports, writing poetry, and meeting people. Her main goal is to complete college and become a successful computer science major. Let us welcome contestant number 12, Miss Anna Sue Thompson.
Here is contestant number 13 as our evening gown competition continues, Sherilyn Ruiz Taliada. Sherilyn is presently a senior at John F. Kennedy High School. Her hobbies include playing outdoor sports, dancing, playing the piano, aerobics, and singing. And she hopes someday to enter college and major in business administration and have a part-time career as a professional fashion model. Contestant number 13, let's have a nice welcome for Sherilyn Taliada.
Contestant number 14, Miss Christine Carol Corpus Oliver. Miss Oliver is a senior at George Washington High School. The 17-year-old contestant hobbies include bowling, bodybuilding, aerobics, and softball. She would like to become a law enforcer. Let us welcome contestant number 14 in the evening gown competition, Miss Christine Carol Corpus Oliver.
Here is contestant number 15, judges and ladies and gentlemen. Our 15th contestant is Sarah Jane Valencia Ovales. Sarah is a 1990 graduate of Simon Sanchez High School. Her hobbies include modeling, reading novels, dancing, and coordinating clothes and accessories. And she hopes someday to pursue schooling and take up a major in education. Contestant number 15, Sarah Jane Valencia Ovales.
Contestant number 16, Miss Darlene Titano Blas. The 20-year-old contestant is a 1988 graduate of John F. Kennedy High School. Her hobbies include modeling, writing, and creative artwork. Her goals are to major in art, then pursue a career in interior designing. Let us welcome contestant number 16, Miss Darlene Titano Blas.
And now here is contestant number 17, Christine Antolin Salas. Our 17th contestant plans to pursue her education in Hawaii. Her hobbies include modeling, dancing, and swimming. And Christine's goal is to establish herself in the airline industry. Contestant number 17, ladies and gentlemen, Christine Antolin Salas.
Our final contestant contestant in the evening gown competition, contestant number 18, Mary Jeanette Damian Esteban. The 22-year-old contestant is a 1990 graduate of the University of Guam with a bachelor's degree in elementary education. Her hobbies include dancing, socializing, reading novels, and going to family gatherings. Her goals are to obtain a doctorate degree in education, to travel around the world and learn about the various cultures and teaching institutions and their methods in order to share with the children of Guam the beauty the world has to offer and many opportunities that await them. Let us welcome contestant number 18, Miss Mary Jeanette Damian Esteban.
Ladies and gentlemen, the tuxedos for the escorts were courtesy of Geno's. And let's have another nice round of applause for all of our contestants in their evening gowns. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to give our judges just a little more time to mark their ballots. What they are doing now is making the selections which will be computer tabulated and which will determine our 10 finalists, the 10 young ladies who will continue with our competition tonight. And while we are waiting and while they are doing that, we'd like to present some entertainment to you.